My name's Jason George. I'm a wildlife photographer. Want to see something cool? Come underwater with me.
There's an octopus right here. I've never seen one before.
That's so cool. Look at those tentacles, those suction cups. Oh, I just got a high five from one. Over the course of the next week, I spent quite a bit of time with this octopus and watching and observing it. Here is some footage I think that's really cool where you can see the water flowing through the side part of his head, and you can start to see the suctions moving. This octopus is so amazing. I've seen them in museums and aquarium type places, but getting to see one in its natural habitat as it's changing colors and moving rocks is absolutely amazing. And then I figure out that maybe it's moving its rocks because I might be spooking it. And then a couple fish come by and I realize that he's actually just protecting himself and his food that he has. But I know that I've got a few days with him, so I decide that I'll come back another day and enjoy the octopus as he's pretty well hidden. Sometimes when I show up, he's all the way out. I wish I would have seen him fully out of his home, but this is the most he ever actually came out. And this is the brightest I ever got to see him as the light hit him nicely this day. You can't get to see everything the first time you see an octopus. But I did get to see something really cool. The octopus found a shell. It was a giant snail shell that had been broken. And the octopus just kept trying to get it into its home so that it could eat it safely. And this made for such amazing opportunities and footage for me. You could see the suction cups working in unison. You could get to see this octopus stretching out and fighting some of the other fish that were trying to get this snail from the octopus. The octopus was really determined, and you could see him trying this and that. He knew that it was a great meal and wasn't willing to give up on it. And octopus are really smart. So eventually, I was positive that if I watched long enough, that the octopus would actually figure out how to get it into his tiny cave that he has built and is using to protect himself. And just as I thought, eventually his determination paid off. So what I think is happening here is he's using a couple of his arms to make sure that he doesn't get pulled out of the cavern that he calls his home. And then he reaches out with his other arms and pulls it in because he doesn't want to get pulled out of his cavern and potentially attacked by the other animals. So he doesn't want to overcommit. So he doesn't bring all 8 arms out. That's how an octopus is, or why an octopus is called octopus. Because octo means 8. And an octopus has 8 arms. I'm not sure if you're paying attention, but you can actually notice that the octopus is actually changing colors at different times. You probably noticed it being a lighter brown and a darker brown. There's one point where he almost goes white. And this is honestly such an awesome experience. I think he's finally got it at the right angle to get it in the hole. Oh, this is amazing. And he flipped it into a spot where I can get this really cool close-up of his tentacles sucking on the snail. Wow. Those things are really strong. One of them actually reached out and touched me. It was actually a cool interaction to feel how strong it was. And then he brings it in after fighting off fish and current and a whole bunch of things. He gets it and slowly twists it into his cavern. And this is the point where you can actually see the greatest color difference. Man, that was such a cool experience. Have you ever seen an octopus? If so, please share it with me. And we're going to leave this guy alone. So, out of the water we go. Until next time, stay safe, have fun, and please enjoy the wildlife. Check out some of my stuff. There's a free coloring book if you send me a message, or you can find it on my website for $1 in the store.